2, 1, 0.
I'ma press play every time.
The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Hey, man, I love that intro, Raul. Like the more and more I watch it, the more I'm like, this is a real damn show. Like I can't wait till the networks pick up on this. But until then,
man.
And in the meantime and in between time, we just gonna keep doing what we do. And this is show number what today? 81.
81.
Come on, man. God is good, man.
81.
This is amazing, man. We're just getting better and better every week. It's turning into a fine oiled machine. Welcome everybody into our world. My name is Alex Thomas, and I'm the host of the Funny Don't Stop Show. Absolutely, every week right here on Tuesday. And as we all know, I don't do this by myself. I got an amazing team. I got an amazing squad. Got to give a shout out to one of our producers who's also an on-air personality now, straight out the Bay, Marin County, to be exact. Raul. I see you. How you been, Raul?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. I had a long day.
Did you really? It started early?
Man, 5 a.m. I went hiking this morning.
Wow. Mexicans go hiking?
Man, yeah. Hey, man, how you think we get out here?
Yeah, under the wall.
I did not ever hear. I think I heard you say I went hiking this morning. I'm like, really?
Yeah, how you think we get out here, man?
Under the wall.
That is hilarious. And of course, we got to give a big shout out to Fact Man himself, Sid Brass in the building. What up, Sid?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
What's up, Sid Brass?
What's
I
up,
see you
man?
letting the beard grow out.
Hey, man, you know, it's just those kind of times, man.
Is that the quarantine beard or is that just a new look on
It's
purpose?
quarantine beard. Like, yo, we got to get serious out here. I see we all got our black on. Me, Savvy, and Doc. We all got a synergistic thing going on right now.
Not only do I have my black on, I have my
Colin Kaepernick one. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
make
up.
sure they know.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Is that one of your new shirts, Savvy?
No, I had this printed like right when he got blackballed from the NFL. I've been representing a long time, man. I've been standing up for what he kneeled for a long time.
Absolutely. And speaking of that man right there, one of the funniest dudes I know, absolutely hysterical, Savvy Amusing in the building. What up, Savvy?
Hello, what's up, everybody? What's going on, y'all?
You look like you in good spirits. Nigga look like you got a facial and everything. I see your
Yeah, man. Hey,
cheekbones and exfoliated, all that shit.
Right before showtime, man. I was getting ready to make a nice little essential run and give me some hair dye for these fucking grays popping up in my tip, man.
You gotta let it go.
Yeah, man.
That's wisdom right there, man. You gotta let that go.
Yeah, everybody. I ain't ready for it yet, though, man. I'm gonna go like Alex if you keep on doing it, bro. I'm just gonna cut it off.
Hey, man. I just keep it all off. I'm gonna tell you, if I didn't shave my shit, I'd look like Frederick Douglass on this show.
Hey, Alex, just go ahead and grow the little curl back, man. However it grows, just let it come in, bro.
Man, I've had so many styles over the years, brother. Afros, braids, and I said, you know what? Going bald and clean is it's cost effective. I was that dude that was at the barbershop every week of my life.
Right.
And it got expensive. And
oh yeah,
I was just
definitely.
like,
Haircuts now, Alex. I got a guy that charges $50 for a haircut.
now does that include your eyebrows, your nose hairs?
Nigga, no,
your
man,
face?
it don't come with a pedicure or nothing. A straight paper and a razor line up for the beard, and you out of there, bro.
So $50?
$50 for that?
$50.
It don't come with a shot of Hennessy or something?
Man, $50, man.
Do they provide a espresso while you're in a chair?
To his
Wait, what'd you say, Betsy? Hold up, Savvy. Hold up, Savvy.
Haircut.
Wait, Betsy, say what you said.
lap dance is cheaper than that haircut.
Yeah,
She ain't lying. It is.
Now,
though.
what comes along for $50? Because I'm wondering, you got to get something else to $50. He's got to do that. He doesn't give you no type of hot towel or nothing.
No hot towel treat. What you do? Look, you get your hair cut however you want it cut, like your taper or whatever you want. Then you're gonna get the razor line up, the razor hairline line up, and that's it.
I mean, does he do it in his backyard on the back porch?
No, it's in the shop, man. And the thing about it with these barbers nowadays, man, they didn't got different, but they spraying shit on niggas, man. I went to the shop the other day, and the barber literally, like, I'm thinking, no, I swear to God, I'm thinking he's done, right, Alex? This dude grabs something like his business card, right? And he puts the business card over the side of my face and took some can of black spray and was spraying the motherfucker, man. Like,
right. Yeah, that's called Beijing. That's called
yeah,
Beijing.
he put a little Beijing, like sprayed a little Beijing on the side. And man,
topic.
bro, when I
hold up, Savvy. Don't forget what you're gonna say, Doc. What is it called?
It's called topic.
Topic.
Oh, that's the new word for paint.
No, it's not paint. It's almost like hair fibers.
Yeah.
Okay, but my question, Doc, is this: doesn't that have to be discussed before the motherfucker just does it? I mean, isn't that extra? That ain't part of it. Or am I just that out the loop? That's just automatically in your haircut now.
I mean, it kind of depends. It kind of depends on your relationship with your barber and how he knows what you like. So
yeah,
it kind of just it just depends.
Yeah, but Savvy
a lot of barbers are doing it now because it really gives you that perfect defined line.
But stop me if I'm wrong. Didn't Savvy just say that he did not know that the dude did it? You just answered it, Doc.
Savvy did say that. No, he did say that. Now that's a violation.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay, because I know I wasn't crazy. I know I'm not crazy, and I know I haven't got a haircut in a long time. But that'd be like you just watching a game while the dude's doing your hair, and all of a sudden he give you the mirror, and you got a finger wave with a ponytail. You didn't ask for that. You didn't talk about that, right, Doc?
No, what I'm trying to explain is you don't complain about it because your hair looks mannequin perfect. Nigga, I didn't want to put the mirror down once I saw it. I'm like, damn, this shit perfect.
They ask you where you fitting to go. You said maybe to a runway somewhere. I'm a model now. I'm a model, nigga.
That shit looks good, man.
Hey, he handed you. Okay, he hands you the mirror, right?
Yeah.
You're the barber. You just handed me the mirror, and then now ask me what do you say? So what do you think?
So what do you think, man?
Nigga, I am gorgeous. I am so goddamn beautiful. Jesus. Bitches are not gonna be ready for all of this. God. Nigga, look at that side profile.
Oh man, that's how it is now, though, Alex.
Hey, I gotta give it up for my boy down there with the Funny Don't Stop backdrop. Doc's in the building. What up, Doc?
What's happening?
Mr. Clark.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I went to the orthodontist today, so my speech may be a little limited because my mouth is on fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Enough the braces?
It's been 3 years, and he act like I didn't go there looking like Morgan Freeman. I just had one little tooth.
Yeah, just had one tooth.
I just had one little tooth that I wanted just to get perfect.
Yeah.
3 years later, and I'm still dealing with this shit.
Oh, they're gonna milk you for that copay,
Wait. So you and Savvy kind of had a similar situation. You went in for one thing, and next thing you know, these motherfuckers talking about parts and labor, and 3 teeth in the back are missing. Yeah. And then he pulled out a card and spray painted one of your teeth out. Now your tooth looks like it's missing. But like, dude, we did not discuss all this, dude.
Alex, nigga, going to the dentist now is like going to a body shop or a car dealer.
Yeah,
you would go in and tell them, like, you know what, Doc, man, I just want to fix the side of my tooth here. Oh yeah, sure, we could do that. And actually, you can use a crown over here. Oh, okay. Right. You need a root canal back there. We need to give you some fillers. Matter of fact, we see you got a few fillers. They're gray, but now we've upgraded. We got some white ones for you. We could just fill that right up.
As a matter of fact, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go show you the new mouths. They just came in yesterday. Give me a whole new mouth.
It's a nightmare. I feel for you, Doc. I've been in braces for 11 years now. 11 years. I'm still in them.
Invisalign or metal? Because I've never seen you with braces.
So I had Invisalign because of, acting and stuff. You have to take them out for auditions. So I had the Invisalign. And it just did not straighten my teeth. So now I have metal in and out braces. They're braces from the back. They have metal circles that push on your teeth all over, and the front is dented in to move your teeth. They're called Bloor, Dr. Bloor.
Wow. Well, since you're speaking right now, we got to give it up for the super funny dog lady, Betsy Cox in the building. What up, Betsy?
Hey, y'all. This is my new dog.
I'm about to say, he looks new. Out of your 9 dogs, I ain't never seen him before. Is that a boy or a girl?
This is a girl. Say hi. We don't even know your name. I just trapped her off the street.
Wait, stop. Go back. You what?
I just trapped the dog off of the street. And she's like, I don't know if I want to come back. She's going to cool out. Look, and this is my baby who's jealous right now. You're still the baby.
Oh, so she's like, where'd you get that bitch from?
Bitches hate bitches. We're not putting any black and white pictures of Bambi up on Instagram saying challenge accepted. She ain't doing it.
Well, Betsy, I have 73 questions for you. Okay. First things first. When you say trap the dog, the first thing that's going through my mind is that little metal cage that they catch raccoons and squirrels in.
Right.
Is that what you mean?
Alex, I trapped this dog with bare hands. My friend texts me, Betsy, there's a loose dog on 14th. You gotta come help me. It's between a gate and a wall. She sends me a picture. I am in the craziest workout, drenched wet with sweat. Thank you. This is, and I'm like, isn't this great? I go through Del Taco. I'm like, I need a lot of chicken. I don't eat meat. I don't have meat in my house. I'm like, I need a lot of chicken. And the guy gives me a thing this big. And I'm like, oh God, I get to the window. I'm like, I need way more than this. He's like, you got to go back around the drive-thru. I don't have time for that.
Wait. Dogs eat chicken?
Yeah, dogs eat meat.
I did not know that. I did not know that. It tells you how much I don't know nothing about dogs.
The dog does look like it's half black. So
no. Wait. So you're telling me your friends know you well enough now that they can just be driving down the street and they will see a random stray dog and they will just call you and you just gonna pick them up?
Alex,
all right, you guys go.
My husband wakes up at like 6:37 in the morning to work until 6, 7 at night. People call me at 3 in the morning on their way home from going out and are like, I'm here. There's a trapped dog. I need you to get here now. In the middle of the night, I've gone out to save dogs.
Well, you need to make up business cards and start a business if you're just going to be rescuing dogs at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
There's got to be a lane for that.
I got to tell you guys, when I pulled up to this house to save this dog, it's an abandoned house.
Today,
yes.
So you went to an abandoned house and you don't know if there's people in there, but you don't care about that. You just care about this damn dog.
Right. I ripped the green and I'm looking in and I'm like, there could be like the craziest homeless posse. I got my mask on. I'm terrified of COVID. The dog runs from the front between a wall and a fence. And I'm like, I'm going to have to hop the fence. I'm going to get killed because I'm hopping this fence. My friend meets me there. She's like, oh, God, that Southern is coming out.
I love that you're admitting that you put your life on the line. You said you are terrified of COVID to get a damn stray dog.
That might have it.
And I don't even know if I have
you need to get tested.
Right. I was going to say, how can you be terrified of COVID and then like picking up a stray dog and kissing them in the mouth?
And you don't know if he has rabies or not.
Please, if this dog has rabies, I'll take it. I gotta hug this little babe. This dog, you will love.
Wow, you gotta appreciate her honesty, guys. You gotta. Okay, so here's my next question.
You'll take rabies.
Exactly, Sid. Here's my next question, because obviously Raul, Savvy, Doc, and Sid, we know nothing about this, so I'm gonna be the one asking the question.
I think Savvy does.
Savvy, you have dogs?
Savvy has two
There's the
dogs.
bull. I'm basically dog sitting my nephew's bulldog until he gets out of jail.
Right now.
Yeah.
Wait, does he
So
have
there's a bulldog at your house right now.
Yes.
And you're not afraid that he's gonna bite you.
No, man, this bulldog is very innocent, man. It's very, very peaceful, playful. They're not like pit bulls. It's different.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I forgot. Raul, he actually sent me a picture a little earlier. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to you. Can I just text it to you right now, Raul? Or do I have to email it to you? The picture that he sent earlier.
Email it.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you because Savvy actually sent us a picture of this nice, sweet bulldog that he's house sitting. But while you're answering this next question, Betsy, I'm gonna send the picture to Raul. My next question to you, Betsy, is since you just found this dog 2 hours ago, what is the process of naming him? What are you calling him right now? What do you just say, dog?
It's a her. It's a her, Alex. Remember, it's a her.
It's a
Okay,
her.
a girl. Explain.
I'm just calling her sweetie and honey. The thing is, I posted her on Nextdoor. I do feel bad because apparently there was a dog that looked like this that was by Lincoln and Vaughn's running around, and it's probably her. She probably made her way to 14. She could have been killed. But the owner I have to meet with the owner of the dog. I have to see pictures previous of the dog. I have to see where the owner lives and how this dog got out and see if this owner really deserves this dog back before I just hand it over. That put me in jail. Put me in jail. Because if I do not find you a fit owner, you're not getting the dog back. But we'll see.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the owner.
So now you've become doggy services to find out if the owner is fit for this dog. Are you joking with us right now, or are you really going to find the owner and get to the bottom of it?
I'm going to find I'm looking for the owner. I've posted on lost dog sites, and I'm going to get to the bottom of if this person is fit to have the dog or not. The dog is not chipped. And if not, then I'm going to take the dog to the vet and do the whole procedure with the dog. And then I'm just going to rescue the dog out to a great family.
Back up. I'm in Alex terms, right? So slow down. You just can't let that run by. The dog.
I think I know what you're about to say. You say it for me, Sid. I caught that too. I caught that too. But you say it for me, Sid.
Explain that part for the dog is chipped. What does that mean in layman's terms?
Oh, they put little microchips. Like, I'll just show you. Like, see the dog's neck ruff right here where I'm touching? Mm-hmm. Okay, they pull it by the ruff and they slip a little chip in there. Mm-hmm. And then the chip, when they run this machine over the neck, the chip gives your phone number, name, address. So if you ever lose your dog, whoever finds your dog can contact you.
I'm going to put you up on a little game, Betsy. I don't know if you know this or not, but you heard of the 5th Ward, 3rd Ward, all that New Orleans, right?
Yeah, my friends live there, Alice.
You
sleep over in the 9th Ward.
You heard of South Central and the hood and all that, right?
Saint Bernard.
There you have it. I will put money on it. That ain't no goddamn microchips in any dogs up and down the hood. Am I right, Doc? Because first of all, that address is gonna come up where the killer is. That's where the gun is. That's where the bodies is at. That's where somebody didn't pay their taxes. We are not giving that type of information for a damn dog. Am I right, Doc?
Not at all.
Okay, Alex, you've never had a dog. I love how Alex is scared of getting bit by a damn dog.
I am terrified of dogs.
I have been bit by my own dog.
But I wish we had 1,000 people listening to us right now, because I would take a poll. Who got their dogs microchipped? And I guarantee you, none of the black people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I did that shit the day before."
Yeah, they do. Because you know what? I rescued out dogs to a lot of black people, and they are. Let me tell you something. They paint their dogs' nails. Their dogs' hairs to perfection. The dog is dressed up.
Are you really serious?
I am telling you the truth. I have rescued out a lot of dogs to black people.
So you telling me black people? So you tell me black people iron their dogs' clothes?
Probably, because let me tell you, this dog looks clean AF. Okay, this dog. I ran into one woman after she rescued a dog for me and her little girl, and the little girl was dressed to the T, and the dog was dressed to the T. She was like, "Look at me and the dog you rescued us."
That is
clean as
funny.
hell.
That is funny, and that is kind of ghetto when you match your outfit with your puppy's outfit. And speaking of that, Raul, do you have the picture? I sent it to you. This is the dog right here that Savvy's watching at his house. Right, he's a nice little dog. See. He looked like he couldn't hurt a fly. Don't pay attention to the chain that's big enough to hold a goddamn F-150 truck around his neck.
Right.
Don't pay attention to the anger and all the teeth in his face. I mean, don't pay any attention that the dog looks like he can bench 300.
Right.
Don't worry about all the muscles you see in his thighs. Yeah,
Vein popping out.
Yo,
exactly. Don't pay any attention to the little drip of blood on the left side of his mouth from the person he just bit right before that picture.
the question is, would Betsy rescue this dog?
I would. I could not. I couldn't. It's hard for me. I had a big dog that actually looked a little bit like that. But it's really hard. I couldn't keep a big dog because two of my dogs have been abused. So they scream insecurity. And for some reason, the dogs go after one of my dogs. And, but yeah, I would absolutely. Pit bulls have the word. I have had a pit bull and some kind of German Shepherd, huge dogs running down in the middle of Olympic. I'm like, oh my God. I had to stop my car and lure these big, huge dogs into my little tiny car. One gate got in, the other one I had to get on and make this like 120-pound dog sit on my lap.
Okay, well, you know what? I wish you would have videotaped that because that shit would have went viral. See wait, Betsy, put that picture up one more time, just for a second, Raul. Betsy, are you trying to tell me? I understand you have 13 dogs and you love dogs, but you're trying to tell me that this motherfucker doesn't scare you? Are you really serious right now?
I'm telling you, pit bulls get a bad rap. They're some of the sweetest dogs in the world. I mean, I'm literally not kidding you.
But Betsy, he looks like he would rip you a brand new asshole.
Look, he's in the middle of barking. Somebody caught a picture of him barking. Do y'all know that dog, Savvy? Do you know that dog?
No. I don't know the dog at all, and I'm glad I don't.
I mean, that dog looked like he eats he looks like he eats thumbs and knuckles for appetizers.
That was Cujo.
What'd you say, Doc?
He said that was Cujo.
Like Cujo.
No, for real. So while we're speaking about dogs, Betsy, that's got a lot of dog shit to talk to you today. These police dogs in the country of Chile, right? South America, they've been trained to sniff COVID-19 on people. Like, I've heard of sniffing for cocaine and sniffing for contraband, but that is absolutely crazy that they can train a dog to sniff if a person has the coronavirus. So my question to you is, do you think you could train one of your dogs to sniff COVID out of a nigga?
I can't even train my dog to sit for a treat. My dogs are so rotten. I'm like, you gotta sit.
Raul, what's your feeling on that, man? I don't know if you're a dog dude, or do you know anybody with dogs, or do you think, like, if you had a dog, you think you can train them to sniff the COVID-19 up out you?
Shit, not the COVID. Some other stuff, but not no COVID.
Sid, what about you, Sid?
Well, I think a lot of people have misconceptions about COVID. COVID is merely a parasite. And so, when you got parasites, you can easily detect those. It's different from something like, hepatitis, or different from an actual ailment. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Alex is looking at me crazy.
Well, no, I'm wondering why you say that, because they've trained dogs to sniff if people have cancer. Dogs can sniff and tell if you have cancer, apparently, before a blood test.
Well, my question now is, if you could teach a dog to sniff out COVID-19, you should be able to. Why are you laughing? I haven't said it yet. You should be able to teach a dog to sniff out an STD.
They probably could.
So now somebody get pulled over and they pull out the gut. They pull out the goddamn canines and they be like, "Sir, you're gonna have to jump out the car immediately." Be like, "Hey, man, what the hell did I do?" First of all, you ran a red light and you have gonorrhea, nigga. We're taking you to jail. How the fuck you know I got gonorrhea? Puppy Chow over here said that it's all over your dick right now. He actually said you were at a strip club last night and you ate some stripper coochie, so that might be on your mouth too.
No,
Yeah,
he was
these
probably
dogs-
at a
these
strip
dogs-
club for the food.
Oh, I had a note for you. I got a note for you too on that joke, Alex. Then in the end of that joke, you say, "Oh, we're gonna have to chip you."
Yeah, we're gonna have to throw the microchip
We're gonna
up
have
in
to go
your
ahead
ass.
and chip you.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's
have to
some
go up
scary
there.
shit, though, man. That's some scary shit. You know, it used to be when dogs sniff you, it was just an innocent thing. Now you like,
Right.
man, what the fuck do I got? This nigga sniffing me, man. It's almost like the movie Green Mile. Y'all seen the Green Mile?
Yep.
Yes.
These dogs come up to you, they be like John Coffey, like, I see it, boss. I see it.
Exactly.
Hey, Savvy.
Just lay still there, boss. I see it. That's
Hey,
scary,
Savvy.
man.
God.
Hey, Savvy, now you got me thinking, you know, when they be like, you know, dog sniffing, they be like, what you say, boy? He's got 2 kilos in syphilis.
2 kilos in syphilis. Hey, Alex, that's another episode of the Dog Whisper. Yes, see,
Hey.
the dog knows. Like the dog knows that you've been cheating on your wife. The dog knows. He knows that you have syphilis and you had crabs. That's why the dog sniffed you.
Okay,
Because
so I'm
you
going
have
to ask
crabs.
you, how did you know that? How did you know that?
Because you see, you're not. He's not having sex with his wife because the dog is sniffing him. The dog has told the woman that he has syphilis.
Oh, okay.
The dog knows. The dog knows. You know,
Now, how
he
do you
knows.
teach a dog?
But you don't know. You don't know because you're stupid. You don't know dogs. I know dogs. I know.
Oh, it's like, so Betsy, I got another question. Now that we're on the topic of dogs, right? How many dogs you got all together, Betsy?
Well, 5 with this one now, 6.
Okay.
My mom has 2, but we have 7 total in the family.
Okay, but honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny now. You found him on the road earlier today. You're kissing him in the face. When are you going to give him like a bath or shower? Because you don't know where he's been.
Yeah, I know. I should probably shower him after the show, but I don't know. We'll see
If you
because
live.
you know the
If you
thing
live.
is,
Yeah, just let them go natural.
how
natural.
look, this dog is so tired from being on the street. This dog could have been on the street for a day or 2. Not that dirty. I mean,
But Betsy, when you showed me the picture earlier that you text to us all, his body was one color and his feet looked like he'd been walking in the mud. So I don't know if he has on black shoes.
he's gray, Alex. It's a
Well,
gray
damn.
dog.
I wouldn't have known because the motherfucker has 32 colors. I couldn't tell.
He might be white after you wash it. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? He might
It
look
might
like Donald
be.
Trump's dog after that, you know?
It might be. I would have dropped her at the vet and at least gotten a little groom, but the problem is when I was trapping her, I was stuck between a wall and a fence and I was squeezing my body through and I couldn't move. And I was like, oh God, I'm like stuck. And I'm like, fuck, I got to get this dog. And Mercy's like looking at me. I mean, literally it was this slim. I'm like shimmying through trying to get this dog. And I hear a man's voice from the other side of the fence, like, what are you doing here? And I was like,
Oh shit!
Betsy, I am so upset and angry with you right now that there wasn't a damn camera because I would pay to see what you just said.
Yeah.
It's sounding like a horror film.
You need to document that
Exactly.
stuff.
What'd you say, Raul?
I was like forensic files. I was like, I'm gonna get killed.
So Betsy, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a dog person, but can you? And then after I say what I'm gonna say, Raul, I want you to show her a little video. How trained are your dogs? Can you actually potty train your dog?
Yeah, you can. But like, I just, with a dog like this little girl, this little angel, my princess Bambi, say, hi, Princey, you're so perfect.
Okay.
I don't, like, I put a pee-pee pad down for her. She's so tiny. She's old. She's got heart problems.
Well, guess what? I'm happy you said pee-pee pad because I want to know if your dog can take it to the next level and pee like this. Show her, Raul.
Let me play
Pee,
this.
pee, pee pad my ass. Wait till you see this.
Pee pad.
I want to know if you're this damn good.
Oh my, that's amazing.
But listen, everybody's got to listen.
You can hear it peeing.
Go back, because y'all motherfuckers were not listening. Turn up your volume. Listen.
That was so done. Repulse.
And now,
I just wonder, could you have your dog sit up there and pee pee like that?
Hell no.
I just want to know how deep into the dog world you really were.
I have 5, so I don't have time to train a dog to jump on a toilet and take a pee. It's easier for me just to open the door.
Right. Hey, Savvy, I'm gonna switch subjects, man.
Yeah, I wanted to. Hey, before you switch it up, Alex, I had something on my mind, man, and I think if we talked about it next week, it'd be too late.
All right,
but it's crazy, man, how some celebrities can have a very beautiful perspective, and then you'll have somebody that has a negative perspective about the person. Like, what I'm getting at is, you know, when I was looking at the news the other day, man, I was like, Ellen has been known to be, in my opinion, one of the nicest people on the planet. Like, but now she's got an investigation going on talking about misconduct of the way she's been treating her employees. Really? And they're probing her, man, and they're really investigating and looking into it. And I'm like, Ellen? No way! Like this had to be the nicest lady.
I heard she's super mean and super rude.
That's what I heard. But see, I don't know her. So from what I see, she just looks like the nicest lady.
Nah, she the worst. It's that's exactly what Doc said.
I don't know anything about her. How did you guys hear that?
It's all over the news.
Said, what did you hear?
You're kidding me.
What did you hear, Said?
Well, you can go right to what happened in COVID. You have people that worked on her staff. She fired her whole staff. Like, people were very sensitive about like furloughing people and, you know, still leaving people on, letting them still get like a paycheck. But as soon as COVID hit, she fired her whole staff and then like hired a bunch of interns to like still shoot like in her house. Like,
what was her reason for firing the whole staff?
Well, you know, I mean, in the industry, I guess you don't have to really submit a reason. You can say, hey, it was COVID, and you know, we thought. But these shows that got big budgets, and she was still shooting, and you know, it's like little things like that I've heard. Then people that work on the production staff always have said she's a very mean person.
Oh wow!
To work with.
It was my first time hearing it.
What did you hear, Doc?
That's crazy.
I mean, basically, it's just the same thing. That she's very rude, and what you see
is he a ventriloquist?
Her persona on TV.
Doc, you might have to check your Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi is messing around right now.
No, I'm good. You see?
Okay, there you go. Now we can
there
see
he is. There you go.
Yeah, just what you see in the way that she's perceived. You think she's super cool, and she comes off that way, but they're like, nah, she's really a bitch.
Oh wow!
Damn. Yeah, boy. I just learned that today, then, man, because she sure had me fooled.
Yeah.
So Savvy, speaking of you, man, dude, every week without fail, man, you come with a video that literally brings tears to my eyes. Like some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. The one that you did with Kanye on The Breakfast Club. Oh, did you guys see that, by the way?
No, I don't think I don't
know if I saw that one.
Okay, well, you're about to see it now. This dude, Kanye, obviously on one of his rants on The Breakfast Club, and then obviously when Savvy puts that Savvy on it, it comes out super brilliant. I don't even know what the numbers are, but I want everybody to see this clip. Set it up for us, Savvy, and tell us about it first.
Yeah, man. So basically, Kanye was on The Breakfast Club. He was talking about a whole nother subject, and I saw that as opportunity to speak on his presidential campaign and to speak on some of the things that he was ranting about. Mm-hmm. And so I just voice dubbed the whole video and told the people in a parody way of what they really wanted to hear him say. Put
All
the
right.
savvy on it.
You put that savvy on it. Let's see.
Savvy
Let's
on it.
roll the clip.
Yeah, boy. Now put the savvy on it.
All right. Now the video.
Man, what was the reason you went crazy on Twitter the other day? People think you're crazy. They calling you bipolar. Why'd you go crazy and talk about your wife and shit? And your mother-in-law. The spirit of Jesus told me to.
Do you really believe that stuff you said about your wife to be real? You really think she had sex with Meek Mill? I had a little entanglement with Meek Mill at the meeting?
There's a lot of personal things that you don't know about me and my family because we do our best to stay away from the paparazzi and shit. The thing about it is I'm really a private person, but I've had infidelities and Kim had infidelities in this relationship. You know what I'm saying, fam? I called Chris John because she acts just like Kim John but they say I'm crazy. The thing about it is I don't want any of y'all to feel like Meek Mill is my enemy. I never said that Meek Mill was my enemy in any type of way. I just said he had that day that they met, regardless of the lady sitting at the table with them, fam, she was the one that had them sign the non-disclosure form so I wouldn't find out, but I did, fam, because the Holy Spirit told me in my sleep that my wife was fucking Meek Mill and shit, fam. But I'm not mad at him because the money turned Meek Mill into a monster. You know what I'm saying? He knew Kim was married. But the fact that Kim also knew she was married, that's why I'm not mad at Meek Mill. He's just being a man, fam. As far as me saying my kids will never pose for Playboy, my children will never pose for Playboy. Amen. I'm already the president. I'm just the president in Jesus Christ, but I'm not the official president yet. You know what I'm saying, fam? But because I'm a motherfucking free thinker, I'm never going to be a Republican or a Democrat, fam, like everybody else telling me I need to be. I'm going to be a birthday party. They calling Donald Trump racist. Every president that's been in office have been racist, fam. We brainwashed. I'm DJ NV, and I really want to know something. I want to know if you would divorce Kim. I've been trying to divorce Kim way longer than this episode that everybody's saying that she's gonna leave me. I just want to hit it a few more times, fam. Her head is great. Sex too. After she signs these divorce papers, I'm gonna miss that big booty. People are saying it's crazy. Me personally, I never thought that you were crazy. I never thought you were crazy. I thought you were loony, but I never thought you were crazy. But do you think you could be president if you really wanted to be president? Because the world's laughing at you. I mean, I don't think it's funny. If Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman together as a tag team wrestling match can do karate and free the slaves and then take them to the north and to Canada to go work for other white people, you damn right I feel like I could be the president of America. If Martin Luther King's last name could be King, I could be the president. Yo! What the fuck be coming out your mouth, dude? I just don't a genius. It makes me a god. It makes me the president. I'm not even from Chicago. I'm from heaven. Yeah, boy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man, bro.
Dude, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because nothing makes that nigga said, I am not from Chicago. I'm from heaven.
Nothing made sense, bro. Nothing
from heaven.
made sense.
That should be a
But people
t-shirt.
think he could beat Trump, so I'm just telling you.
People
Rosa
think
Parks
he's
and Harriet Tubman tag team. That was classic.
Dude,
this dude.
That was great.
And
it's
then
literally like anything
karate.
that comes to your mind, you can say.
You can say, man, and at the end of the day, Alex, at the end of the day, this is the sad part, and this is why I know if people like you, they will support you whether you're right or wrong, and it should not be that way. You're supposed to be right, but there were some people that thought that video was real, and those same some people were saying, "Stop hating on Kanye, Kanye 2020." So this dude can literally say Rosa Parks was doing kung fu and freeing the slaves, and you'll still vote for him.
Exactly.
Well, you know, I always say we've got a president that say grab him by the P.
Yeah.
And you can have a presidential candidate say anything
and not pay his taxes.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we can't. The president can say anything, man.
Anything.
I think that was really bomb savvy. I think what you did do in these clips, it's a lot like hip hop. Like I think
Exactly.
a lot of times
Exactly.
what you see and hearing that, you hear it a couple times, then you catch something else. You know,
Yeah.
and also a lot of it just goes over people's head, like birthday party. And,
Yeah, all that.
you know, I
See,
think
those of us that appreciate it, I appreciate the brilliance in the comedy.
Right.
Because that's what we do as comedians. We
Right.
take the truth, we bend it in and out of shape. You get different, there's so many different styles of satire and comedy. And you
Right.
found a lane, what you're doing. Like I always tell you, if they believed it, right? And
Right.
not even thinking that it's a joke, that shows how brilliant you really are. That
Right.
they really think that, because you think about it, the whole entire globe does not know Savvy Amusing yet, right?
Right.
But
Right.
the whole entire globe knows Kanye West.
Right.
So say you're a person that just got a glimpse of that clip and has no clue who you are as the comedian. Your impressions were so on that it sounded real. Like somebody like me that knows all those guys. I know Charlemagne the God. I know DJ Envy. Dude, your impressions were spot on.
Yeah. Thanks,
Like,
man.
keep doing what you're doing, brother. Sometimes when you ruffle feathers and you kick up dust, that means you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, you're right, bro. And like I said, man, sometimes I'll be getting that mindset like Naeem Lynn. Naeem Lynn would do jokes and he always be like, nigga, I ain't never gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. And that's how I be feeling like, man, I be
but you
kicking up
can't.
so much crazy shit. I'll be like, I ain't gonna make it, man. But
Let me
fuck
tell
it.
you something. And I've told you as a little brother in comedy, I've told you this a billion times. Tell me if I'm wrong. What do I always tell you, Savvy? You can't please everybody.
Nah, you can't.
Part of being an entertainer, you cannot please everybody. And then on top of that, now I'm gonna take it a step further. Stand-up comedy has been known as the toughest form of entertainment since the beginning of time. So our job is 10 times harder than everybody else's. You're not gonna be funny to everybody. Like Doc always says it. Doc says a whole lot of comics he don't find funny at all, and that's okay. He's entitled to his opinion.
Right.
Everybody has different personalities. Like you might get a black dude that say, "Man, I never found Frasier funny. Man, I never found that Seinfeld shit funny. Man, I never found Home Improvement funny." I happen to be a black dude that liked a lot of the white TV shows. I also like the black shows, but I have the patience for their comedy. Their comedy is just different than ours. The average black person can't go into the Improv on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night, but enjoy those boring ass white boys. But that boring ass white boy have 3 TV deals and have shows galore. Where us, you could be on your third 1-hour special, tour the entire country, do 70 damn cities a year, and you still ain't made it yet. It's 2 different tones of what funny is. But you just got to keep doing what you're doing and know at the end of the day, you cannot please everybody. As long as the people that love you. Obviously, you got all these followers and all these people that like what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Word. Appreciate it, big dog.
Betsy, what's your feeling on that? You're a comedian.
I'm blowing kisses at the dog right now.
She in heaven, blowing kisses and tongue kissing the dog.
I will tongue kiss these dogs. I don't give a shit. These are my dogs.
Those are your babies.
Those are your babies.
Don't let me find a kid on the street. Could you imagine if I found a kid on the street? We're all screwed.
I heard there's a couple of black babies. I heard there's a couple of black babies walking down 14th right now also.
Yeah, if you ever find a black baby, give me a call and drop that baby off. I'm just kissing it all over. Kissing its little feet.
What about a black midget?
What a buff black midget.
Would your husband let you bring that home?
Oh,
No,
that's
I don't
funny.
know. My husband would honestly, at this point, I just think my husband's just like, yeah.
Well,
I think at this point it's cheaper for my husband just to stay with me.
hey, but Savvy, that might not be a good idea because a little buff black midget is gonna try to hit that. So
yeah, he will.
We don't need him to try to mess up a happy home.
Yeah, that's
because
true,
you know
man.
he's gonna be cocky, thinking he still got that thing going on. No, bro. No. Hey, I'm gonna switch reels.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Savvy, it is so fly what you do. Like, man, the talent in doing those voices is
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Are
Yeah.
you still working on the transviloquist? How do you say that? I can't.
Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
That
Say
Kanye
it.
thing.
Trans. Yeah, trans.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Can you do that?
I have no. I wish I could, but I can't.
No,
If
she's talking about the thing you did in Michigan with the Kanye doll.
Oh, I don't know what happened with that, man.
Because that's kind of like
because
ventriloquist.
We
stuff.
did the filming in December, and then when we were supposed to start it up again, coronavirus hit.
Yeah.
But didn't you say that was a pilot, Savvy?
That was a pilot. Yeah, that was a pilot.
Okay.
Yep.
And it wasn't really ventriloquist because your hand wasn't up his ass. It was wasn't he controlling it with something? Like your hand wasn't in it.
Kind of savvy. I thought you could kind of talk without moving.
I could.
Your lips.
That job was probably one of the hardest jobs I've had. Because the puppet was about Alex's height, and you had to put your
They had a straight 5'6" puppet.
Hey, I'm not lying. I really hope.
No, I saw it. You had wheels on him and everything.
Yeah, I hope this comes out so y'all can really see. But it was 17 below down there, and I had to read a script with it freezing and the wind blowing it. So you in the midst of fucking up because your script is shaking, and then at the same time you have to make the mouth move. It was a very tough job, man. But I really hope you guys get to see it. It's gonna be dope if it ever hits.
Well, I know one thing. You need to, since that was about, I don't know, what, 4 months ago?
Oh yeah, December, yeah.
What you need to do is give it until, let's just say, when so far coronavirus is over.
Yeah.
You need to hit those dudes and say, look, I understand it was a pilot, but if it does not go, could I still get the clip of my work? Because I've done a lot of shows over the years that I wish I would at least have the clips, because I know I did some amazing work, but the show either didn't get picked up or it never went public. But you can use that for your reel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I hope they would be nice enough to allow me that, man, because I love.
Well, you gotta ask. Hey, a closed mouth will never get fed, brother.
Absolutely, man.
I just got an idea out of that, Savvy. I think we should go pop up on Kanye rallies and do fake Kanye rallies with Kanye voice, with Savvy doing the Kanye voice, and tell people rallies is over here. It's the birthday party rally.
But said, unfortunately, I think you can get away with that shit with white people. Black people will either boo or throw some shit at him, talk shit. Savvy would need security around 1,000 black people.
No, we film it and it's like Borat or something, right? We film it and somebody like a Netflix or somebody will pick it up. I'm telling you, we film it and we spoof the whole world, and people thinking they coming to a Kanye rally and they looking at a video on the screen and they're like, is it really him? Is it not really him?
I see what you're saying. Get the people to show up to the campaign and play it on the Jumbotron.
Man, we get a gym.
Yeah.
We get a gym and we tell and promote and tell people it's the Kanye rally, pass out flyers, and it's a fake Kanye rally.
See, I thought you meant live. That's a good idea, Sid.
And like the Wizard of Oz, you know what I mean? We just got Kanye in the back. People will believe it. Cause you know, I don't want to be out there to see the people. And we just got like a Kanye statue. We got Kanye on site talking.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I thought you meant live.
People believe anything. Oh, I couldn't be here today, y'all, so I'm screaming live.
Yeah, how people
believe that.
ask questions. People ask questions, and then Happy just answering the questions in the Kanye voice, and he talking shit. And look, and people will buy into that dude. And then
like we did last week. By the way, that was brilliant. What we did last week, guys. That was teamwork. That was absolutely hilarious. When old boy called in and spoke to Kanye, you see the clip I put together. That's it. There's people.
It was on the spot too. The way you was able to get it together like that, man. Like you said, bro, I can't wait to all this stuff is over, man, and we can actually get back in the studio, man, because we had so many great concepts, great scenarios, great plans. But you know, we just got to get out of this thing here.
But guess what? It didn't stop us. We're getting stronger and stronger with what we have. And that's the bottom line. I got to get onto this next subject real quick. Hey, man, what do you guys think? I'm going to ask everybody, but I know Savvy can really get in depth. The new Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it a few weeks ago. How is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? So many teams are changing. They couldn't figure out a name, and they just went with the Washington football team. I'm going to start with you, Raul. What's your feeling on that?
That doesn't even make sense, man. I mean,
okay.
I think they could have got a little bit more creative with that, man, as far as that goes.
Exactly.
From what I heard, they just putting the numbers on the helmets, right?
That's exactly what they're doing.
It's like the photos on the screen.
Yep. They're just putting the numbers on the helmet. What do you think, Doc?
Well, Washington hasn't been good in a long time, so I really don't. I mean, it's real safe just to call it that. It's real safe. And I mean, me personally, I've never been a Washington fan, even when they had like Doug Williams or John Riggins. You know, I knew about them then, but I think it's cool. It's safe. It's it's safe.
Yeah, I think we're in a lot of a PC culture right now. So I think for them, instead of like rushing with licensing, trying to come up with a name and a mascot and a logo and all of that, I think this is just a placeholder for them to eventually come up with an official name and kind of flush through some logos and some iconic, later on. So I think it's just something they're doing right now for this season while we're in this kind of COVID.
So what happens?
Savvy, what's your feeling on it?
Well, I just think that's the like Doc said, it's safe. You don't want to mess around and call it the Washington Negroes or the Washington Black people or the Washington Native Americans, and somebody still got a problem. So it's the safest play to call it the football team. But I was just wondering what happens if they win a Super Bowl.
They just called the winners of the 2025 Super Bowl is the Washington football team. What do you mean? What do you call it?
You don't have to worry about that.
Or who's the winner? Them niggas.
Them niggas.
Who win? Them niggas over there. All 45 of them niggas.
The Washington football team.
But here's my thing. I hate that it's kind of touched on, everybody kind of touched on it. I hate that we are living in such a politically correct era now. Because I heard the word safe come out of everybody's mouth, right?
Yeah, safe.
Here's what kills me. It's like, but there's already tons of other teams in the league with animal names. You got the Eagles, the Bears, the Dolphins, the Falcons. I mean, the list goes on and on. We're living in such a The Pigeon Society is gonna come out to you and be like, well, why you couldn't call them the raccoons or the storks?
Right.
Why you couldn't call them the muskrats or the squirrels? Why they got to be pigeons?
No, I think it's smart though, Alex, because we are such no matter what you pick, somebody's gonna have a problem with it, right?
Yeah,
that's what I said, right?
Right now, they just gotta go in the lab and try to figure out what they want to think of and put it into some test pilot scenarios with a few fans and see what they think. Maybe even bring it up to the fans' choice and let them kind of all organically decide and vote on it or something. So
put it this way, said, if they name them the DC politicians, okay, people will be coming up but what party? Republicans? Democrats? What do they stand for? What do they stand for?
Well, politics are liars. Politicians are liars, and you know what I mean. They're like, oh yeah, they're the worst. They represent the worst in
exactly.
Humanity.
What do they stand for? I'd be like, motherfucking football. Now shut the fuck up and watch the game.
Pretty soon it's just gonna be football team for every team, because I had somebody DM me and tell me the Saints logo was also racist.
The Fleur-de-Lis?
Yeah.
Fleur-de-Lis? I mean, there's probably a story behind everything. There's probably a story behind, but see, now people is just digging deep. You know what I mean? People are looking.
French.
Yeah.
Isn't it for France?
Yeah, but then now you can go deeper into the French colony when they were first discovered, and who was it that discovered? I mean, you can get that deep, Betsy. But I'm just saying it's unfortunate that people are going like that. Like it sounded like I was joking, but I mean, Was somebody gonna come out? Why they gotta be Bears? Why couldn't they be? And then the Bears go, well, but we got the Cubs. That's a baby bear.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the baby bear?
You can't say the word Saints is anything because they're Saints.
You can be called you can be called the Pasadena Yogi Bears.
But
and
I'm gonna tell you though, Alex, like what Betsy said, she just said that they're called the Saints. They can't mess with that. But don't think they can't, because I remember when I first used to work at my old job, the County of Los Angeles, we had a patch with the Star of David on there and a cross. There were people complaining about that, and they got rid of it. They took it. They made us take it. I swear.
But you know what? Now you're making me think of things. I mean, I hate that we got to. Yeah. I hate that we got to go this deep. But it's almost like I would say sometimes to people, if you were the type of black person that was a super angry black person, dude, you'd be walking around mad at the world right now for all the things all the wrong that's been done to us for over 400 years, right?
Yeah.
Dude, every logo, every patch, everything that means something, and it's been around hundreds of years before us. So when you think about it, okay, somebody can be mad at the Saints, right? New Orleans Saints football team. But then there's a hockey team called the New Jersey Devils.
Right.
So you get people, oh, well, they the Saints, they the Devils. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
We can keep going.
It's got to stop somewhere, man.
We can keep going. Why they got to be the Rams? Why they got to be the LA Rams instead of LA Billy Goats? You know what I mean?
Yeah, LA Billy Goats?
Yeah. They both goddamn goats. Okay, one's a Ram, one's a Billy Goat. But somebody from the Billy Goat, from the Billy Goat Society.
Instead of the Cougars.
Oh, there are Cougars, the Washington Cougars. Oh, I can go. I'm a sports fanatic. I'm a sports fanatic. I can name every team in every team sport. I'm talking about from the Marlins.
What are their logo, Alex? Because I never heard of them. Are they like old ladies with like grabbing like a young guy or something?
Well, that's funny you said that. The Cougars football helmet is a picture of Betty White on the helmet.
I get it. Now y'all are getting the women against you. Damn. Done.
Phyllis Diller is on their damn jerseys.
With a dick in her hand.
Oh, no. Stop it. Oh, damn. Doc done woke up and got nasty.
He got freaky.
No, speaking of logos and speaking of teams and speaking of animals and fish and everything else, I know you guys heard about the Miami Marlins baseball team just yesterday. 11 players came down with COVID-19. Like there was an outbreak in their clubhouse, in their locker room.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, but it's crazy because baseball comes back, and then just when people are thinking, oh, it's okay, and teams are going to practice social distancing, they didn't practice social distancing in that locker room.
But, I mean, when you're in the locker room and you're in the dugout, that is so difficult. I mean, there's now issue with players celebrating, after victory or...
No, but Doc, I'm not even an athlete, and I can give you a quick 4 or 5 ways in a locker room how it can spread like wildfire.
I'm not saying that it can't spread, and I think, kind of like what the NBA is doing, they're testing constantly. Mm-hmm. It's isolated and within, where they're
no crowds.
Baseball's going to have to do something like that. Where
remember, baseball also has 41 players.
There's going to be more people. It's not
exactly.
It's a lot different than basketball, but
basketball there's 13 players.
It's going to have to be something where somehow it's secluded. Because
you hit it on the nose.
These players go home after the game.
Yeah.
They're in contact. You don't know where a family member could have gone.
Absolutely.
So, and you just never know. So it's gonna for them to, have those numbers and keep the numbers down. It's gonna have to be in a controlled environment. And for baseball, it's just not as easy as it is for basketball.
Well, remember, they also travel city to city. There's a difference, right? because when all three, let's just take the major team sports, each the NBA, NFL, MLB, they all had to figure out how we going to work this. Basketball came with a few of the best solutions. First of all, number one, we're not traveling. We're all going to stay in the bubble in one city. That was a big thing. Okay. Number two, not only are we playing in the bubble and not traveling, they cut down the whole entire league, meaning say there was 28 teams. There's only how many teams that were going to be in the playoffs, right, Savvy?
Right.
Okay. That's number three. Another thing.
Oh man, Alex is freezing.
Another thing.
Another thing.
I froze up.
Yeah, you still froze. Okay, go ahead. Another thing.
Froze up at another thing.
Another thing. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hear you.
So basketball players are not even allowed to go home. It's almost like you went away to war, and when the war is over, then you get to go back to your family. Whereas baseball, they're still traveling city to city. When the Yankees play the Angels, you're either home or away like usual, right? But it was so cold-blooded that since the breakout happened yesterday, I believe the Yankees were coming in town to play them today. They had to cancel that next series because they weren't going to go in that same locker room.
Right.
They're not going to go in there and touch the bats, the balls, the saunas, the batting cage. I mean, you can think of a ton.
But what about the hoes they pass around? Are they investigating that as well? Because a lot of these athletes, they pass around the same chicks as well. So
that was so funny that you said that just rolled off your tongue. So funny. You're like, but what about the hoes?
What about the hoes? We don't love them hoes. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just speaking as a married man. Maybe I'm just speaking as a married man right now. But you guys, you single dudes, can correct me. Are people still passing hoes around right now in COVID-19? Corona? I'll start with you, Doc, because I know you're a king pimping.
Wow, you caught me. I mean, I would hope not. I mean, and it's not like I would have no idea what motherfuckers is passing around. I know I'm not. So I can't really speak to that. I have no idea. I would hope not.
I could have sworn I talked to you because I saw you had a T-shirt on the last time I saw you, and it said "The pimping don't stop." And then I saw you with another T-shirt that said "COVID-19 ain't stopping shit."
I mean, there's definitely, if there's somebody that you're dealing with and you think their activities and where they are, that's still happening. But just to be out there willy-nilly and there's some just random
willy-nilly in it.
Willy-nilly in it.
You can't be out there willy-nilly.
What do you think? What do you think, Raul?
Man, the only thing I'm passing around is a blunt.
Hey, but you got to be careful with those nowadays, right?
Yeah, I mean, and who are you passing it to?
Yeah, the saliva on the blunt. That's even worse.
And don't you have to look into who rolled the blunt? I mean, I'm just being honest right now.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay,
he rolled him himself.
Yeah, but y'all still exchanging saliva with whoever you passing the blunt.
Passing it to
no, but he's saying. So basically, telling us, Raul, any party you going to, you coming with the pre-rolls, and they're only for you.
Yeah, well, I'll break them in half if I have to. So
yeah, you can break them in half.
That way I share.
It sounds like
ain't that sacrilegious and smoking rules to break it in half? Isn't that
Raul, you sound like you've been to a few COVID-19 parties in the last week or two.
You're 6 feet apart passing a blunt.
Hey, you can hit this, but you got to FedEx that bitch to me. I'll tell you that. you ain't just handing that bitch to me. Put that shit in an envelope, and it's got to be unrolled. Hey, did you guys see? This is crazy, man. So much stuff. I just got to roll them off. I think it was Minnesota yesterday. 2 white people went into a Walmart, and they both had swastika mask on. They got kicked out of Walmart. Betsy, I think you told me this story. What was the story with this?
Wow.
Yeah, they are banned from Walmart to never go again. They said,
how would they know it's them?
Any actions? I don't know, maybe by her boobs.
First of all, her boobs are in her front pockets. Okay. I thought she just had 2 pocketfuls of change. That looked like 32 quarters and 25 nickels. Is it what that looked like?
You're gonna forget them? You're gonna forget them? I don't think so.
Yeah, she got them.
That
was in Minnesota, where the mask law just, believe it or not, you guys, the mask law just went into effect just yesterday in Minnesota.
Right.
So they went to a local Walmart.
Hateful? That's hateful. That is,
you know what,
so
it shows?
hateful.
But you know what it shows, Betsy? It shows that these people are still out there.
Yeah, it does.
Just when you think that maybe things have changed and we've cooled out, there are still super hatred. Look at what happened today in our store in Marshall, Minnesota is unacceptable. We strive to provide a safe, comfortable shopping environment for all customers, and we will not tolerate any form of discrimination or harassment in any aspect of our business. So that's Walmart going, hey, man, we don't condone that. But, I mean, what's your feeling on that, Savvy? What would you have done if you were in there and you saw 2 people with a Confederate flag mask? In fact, before we go there, the Confederate flag masks are actually selling like hotcakes right now, believe it or not. While we're on that top, look at that. Can't make that up.
Come on, is that real?
Hell yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
no, it is not. No, it is not. Do that other, yeah.
He looked like he'll hang your ass too. Look at him.
No, it looked like he hung a few niggas in last 2
years. These are very fine people. Very fine people. And
I think it's their freedom of speech, Said. It's their freedom of speech. There's nothing wrong with it.
Said, speak on that, man, because the bottom line is this, and I like that you brought that up, Betsy. It's amazing to think that there's still people out there that are that racist and there's that much hatred. I mean, this isn't a joke.
This is actually the point we need to hear too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He was in the thick of it too.
Yeah, he was.
At this point, Alex says, "Shit."
I'd rather, like, if I see it, at least I know. I'm not mad. Like, I'd rather know that's how you feel.
I get what you're saying. Let me know up front, so there is no games, there is no facade.
Cool.
But this is something that I've always been confused about. I guess I could ask Seth this question. Why is it that any supremacists, like white supremacists, why do they wear the swastika when that was the Germans? Like the Southern thing, I could get it because they're like basically racist on Southern and Western soil. But why go get the swastika when that's German? Isn't that?
Well, we don't know what they. Well, first of all, Savvy, we don't know those 2 people that were in Minnesota yesterday in that Walmart. We don't know what they are.
We don't know their origin. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know their origin. Maybe they are German. Maybe they're saying, yeah, we are Hitler fans and we hate these Jews. You don't know, because remember, we're not the only people and we're not the only race that's hated on. Yeah, a lot of people hate black people.
But Savvy's question is more of why has white supremacy adopted the swastika in general?
Right.
That's more so what Savvy's question is. Why he can understand why in America, American whites have adopted the Confederate flag because it represents a certain sect of white people.
I think it's the same thing, Said. It's just what it represents.
I hadn't even got to the answer.
I think so too. I think it's just hate. I think it's just hate in their hearts. But just think about it. If you're a person that has hate in your heart, hate in your blood, you're down for all hatred.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta buckle up and be scared.
Wait, one at a time. Betsy, say what you said.
If I saw someone with any of those masks on, I would be so scared for my life, I would run out of a store because I would.
Now, why would you be scared? Whoa, Betsy, I'm about to put you on the spot. Betsy, why would you be afraid if you went into a Walmart and saw, let's say, 2 other white people, that one has a swastika mask and another one has a Confederate flag? Why would you be afraid? You have nothing to be afraid of.
I really have nothing to be afraid of. Because this person is hating people, innocent people they don't even know, they have not met in the world. What do you think they're going to do?
They're not going to do anything to you, though, Betsy. You know why? Okay, here's my guess. and everybody else tell me what you think. And let's just really and yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but you have no idea if I'm Jewish.
No. But if you're not wearing anything, it's almost like I hate that I have to put it in these forms. Like there's Crips and Bloods, right? You go in the hood and you see me beaming in all red, you know what I am. If I'm wearing all blue, you know what I am. But if you went into Walmart in Santa Monica, no, I know exactly. But if you went into Walmart in Santa Monica right now, and you saw a lady in front of you with a swastika mask, and you saw her husband or boyfriend with the Confederate flag, right? But you don't have anything on that says where you're from, you have nothing to worry about, because at the end of the day, we know you, Betsy, but to them, you're one of them. Am I right, guys?
Absolutely. The only thing Betsy would have to worry about is if she had on a Black Lives Matter shirt.
Very true. Hold up.
That.
I'm going to cut you off, Savvy. Very true. Because guess what that says? If Betsy's wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, you're letting those two racist white people know, all right, you're a swastika person, you're a Confederate, I'm Black Lives Matter. Now they're gonna have a problem with you, Betsy.
Right.
Now
if she's in there
Alex,
just casual.
My mouth is gonna give them a problem with me.
Oh, well, of course your mouth. Mouth can always. I was talking about face value.
Right.
But you gotta remember, you're dealing with this is anybody who could look at a race of a person and decide to hate a race, an entire race of a person.
Absolutely.
You're dealing with someone so psychotic.
Very true.
Okay. This is a very scary, seriously, I'm not kidding. This is very scary.
Very
if you
true.
can wake up and go, I don't like that person because the color of their skin,
right,
the race or where they came from.
Absolutely.
This is something is psychotically off with someone. This is a mental thing, and that person could shoot up a store in 5 freaking minutes.
Oh yeah.
That's how scary that is.
On your theory, though, Betsy, are you saying that because over maybe close to 60% of our population fits that mold that you just described? So are you saying
that's frightening? Yeah.
So are you saying that over half of the nation we're walking in a nation of psychotic people walking around every day?
There's something definitely mentally off.
So
if you're telling me 60% of people would not like you because of the color of your skin, an entire nation of people because the color of their skin and someone's race, if someone is Jewish, are you kidding me? You're going to kill people because they're Jewish? Something is mentally off.
Very true. Very true.
And I'm telling you, it has been said that, oh my God, Hitler was mentally ill.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
We don't even have to go to Hitler. We can go to the transatlantic slave trade. We can go to the sub-Saharan slave trade. We can go to the Haitian slave trade. We can
go on and on.
Several atrocities before we even get to Hitler. So
are you going to tell me Jeffrey Epstein, who's child trafficking and has decided we're going to find a group of people that just want to have sex with minors and kids that, then it's only 15% of people. So are 15% of people who decide they want to have sex with kids and do sex trafficking, does that make them not mentally ill? There's something.
Oh, no. Everybody's on the same page with you. People that are like that are mentally ill. No one. We were kind of basically talking about, it's kind of like, I hate to say it, but it's almost like how Black people are racially profiled just on looks, on sight. Remember, we were talking about on sight, meaning if you, I have to go back to the example. If you were standing in Santa Monica in a Walmart and one person has a swastika mask, another person has a Confederate flag, and you have a Black Lives Matter, they're going to have a problem because on sight, they're going, first of all, you're white. Why are you doing this? They would probably get in a fight and argument with you, Betsy, because they're like, how can you wear that shirt? And then obviously, us knowing who you are, you would stand up for what's right. And that's the cool person in you. But not everybody's like that.
Yeah, well, bring it on. If you see me on the street and you have a problem with Black Lives Matter, walk up to me.
No. We know you would let them have it, Betsy. But unfortunately, there's a lot of them out there that won't. And that's the whole thing. That's why I really appreciated the last big thing where it was white silence equals violence. I love that somebody finally brought that to the forefront, because for so long, it kind of like a lot of white people were like, not our problem, turn the other cheek. But we saw that times have changed when we saw these protests and we saw these riots, and it wasn't just us. And we're like, thank you for joining in and understanding. But it wasn't just us.
But it for so many years, it really has just like ripped my heart apart, because you know where I am from, and I'm from a chocolate city, and I don't give a shit if you have New Orleans in your blood and you're raised there. I don't care. It is a chocolate city, and you could be white, you have chocolate there. Shut up. I'm a chocolate city. We are a different breed of people there.
True.
And
very true.
You go through and see, like, I'm telling you, this is what bothers me the most, is that how many Black people go to jail and serve so many years in jail for getting pulled over with drugs.
For something that they didn't do.
And and the same rich white kid is doing the same drugs down the street.
Absolutely.
And messing with them.
Absolutely.
This is, to me, why the biggest part of this whole issue is how many Black people are in jail. I don't care. Okay. I don't want to hear a drug thing. I don't want to hear you're against it. I don't want to hear you're against violence. Everybody's doing it. Okay. And out there, people, your kids are going to be doing drugs too. Bottom line, I don't give a shit. Okay. They're going to get peer pressured. They're going to try drugs. But it's the Black person that's going to serve time and then have a hard time getting a job after, because people aren't going to trust them.
Betsy, have you seen?
Is where the problem is.
Betsy, have you seen? And I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this. I've seen a lot of these lately, and I don't know, said is there a name for this? But lately they've been doing a lot of split screens where they'll show a white person that committed the same crime, and they'll show the Black person that, but the white person gets like hardly nothing compared to what the brothers got. Have y'all seen these lately?
I have.
This always has been in the conversation for years, so this is not a new thing, obviously, because of social media and memes have allowed people to see it like visually in context. But this is what people are talking about when you hear terms like systematic racism. Like when you hear about, mass incarceration, this is new age slavery in today's term. So I think, as we bring these things into today's contextual argument, we have to figure out really what is the solution. I think a lot of it is we get mad. We've been mad, at least for me, speaking for me. It's now, how do we go about solving these issues that are plaguing the Black community in so many different dynamics, right? I think that, one part of the conversation obviously is mass incarceration, but it's so many of us that are African-American that like mass incarceration don't even really affect us. So when we talk about political platforms, I'm almost hurt in some aspect, because the conversation is always, okay, Black folks, let's talk about, prison reform. And I'm like, what about, real estate? What about investment? What about banking? What about all the other things? Because the Black dynamic speaks in so many different ways. So we have to figure out how to create solutions in all the different lenses that speak to Blackness.
Yeah. What do you feel? I'm listening, Betsy.
This is how it goes in prison. And I'm telling you, but I have a white friend who was in prison. Well, a lot of friends, but one white in particular. I'm just going to tell you the fast story. In prison for 25 years or something. Okay. Addicted to heroin. Wants to get clean, but cannot let them know that he's addicted to heroin, because there is no reform in prison, and there is no rehab in prison, and there is no help. And if you say that you have a heroin addiction, then you basically are getting more time added to your sentence. If you get busted with drugs in jail, why do we not provide rehab in jail? Why do we not have those things?
Yeah.
Because
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, prison is not meant for you to be a rehabilitation. Prison is meant for you to do time and meant to be punishment. It used to be a rehabilitation process.
I understand what you're saying.
Serving your punishment.
But I'm
not disagreeing with you, Betsy.
I'm not
disagreeing with you. I'm just kind of giving an answer, in a figurative and literal term. I'm being devil's advocate and, kind of explaining these conversations that I've had with the right. And this is the arguments that they make. Well, if you don't do the crime, then you shouldn't do the time. I have these arguments all the time with far right Republicans. Is to say, well, hey, how do you end up in prison? They can't really address the fact of how we got there and what are the conditions that got us there.
Right. I want to give a big shout out to our boy, since we're on this topic, and we're probably going to end the show on this. Big shout out to our boy LeBron James, who's actually starting a program right now as we speak to give ex-felons a chance to vote. I think that's really dope that he's doing that. Have you guys said or Raul or have you guys heard about this?
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I don't know much about it. You know, I think it's great that celebrities are using their platforms to help create change, and that's all we can really ask. I like how LeBron James isn't really doing a lot with his talking with his mouth, but more so doing a lot through actions. And I've said this from the very beginning, right? But again, I think it's the onus is on us to hold accountability in all aspects, whether it be celebrities, whether it be political officials, because it's not just a quick fix change. So
let me ask you a question, Sad. Sad, I got a question for you on that topic because I've never been to jail, so I have no idea. But is that something that's really huge over the years where once you are an ex-felon, you can no longer vote? And by you not being able to vote, unfortunately, we all know we're leading in statistics. I think there's 17 million black men or some crazy number that we're incarcerated right now. And that hurts the numbers at the polls. So I think by LeBron trying to, and let's just be honest, you guys, some of these felonies that have happened in the past, they're not all heinous. They're not all crazy at all. Some of these brothers, okay, yeah, you did your time. You went to jail 15, 16, 20 years ago. You should be able to vote today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And some of the crimes are just drugs 2 times they got busted for. What do you think of that?
Exactly. Doc, what were you saying?
I mean, basically kind of just echoing and reiterating what you said. Like once you paid your debt to society and you've done the time for the crime, you should then be allowed to utilize the rights that you're supposed to have. Like having a right taken away from you for the rest of your life based off of something that you know that you paid the time for is it's so unfair.
I hate to say it. I hate to say this, but to add to what you just said, Doc, I feel like whoever came up with that, they were definitely targeting us.
I mean, well, of course. That's exactly how it looks.
Yeah, definitely targeting us. Because, again, any way you can delete our voice and delete our voices and us not matter, they'll do. So I think let's give a shout out to LeBron James for doing that, man, at least giving it a shot to help these brothers and sisters, these ex-felons be able to get out there and vote. Because, man, nobody's perfect. Life, people change. People make stupid mistakes when they're younger. Man, you could have made a dumbass mistake when you're 18 years old. You're telling me they're still going to try to make you pay for it at 55 and 60? Mm-hmm. No, your vote can count right now. Your vote can help with what's going on in society. So with that being said, again, you guys, great show, man. Shout out to other people.
One more thing. Can we not hang up? Because I do. The people who have made the most mistakes are the one that can teach you the most, period. People who make the most mistakes have learned the most and have grown the most and can teach you the most.
Absolutely. And just to add to what you said, Betsy, you ask any of the greatest winners of all time, some of the greatest winners at whatever they did will tell you they experienced the bottom. They experienced losing. Mm-hmm. It's a horrible feeling. So I said to myself, guess what? I don't want that feeling anymore. So I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to be the best person I could be to not be in that position. Shout out to all the people that have been watching and making the comments that are loving our dialogue. I saw a lot of people. I just didn't want to interrupt in the middle while Betsy was talking. We had people hitting us saying, man, they love the dialogue of what we're talking about. And like I say, yes, the Funny Don't Stop show, we find the funny in everything. But sometimes we get on these serious topics, and that's okay because that's very real. You know what I mean? And I appreciate all my team members and everybody that contributes to the show. Said real quick, let everybody know how they can check us out on all platforms before we get out of here.
Yes, you can check us out on YouTube, which is across the top, youtube.com/The Funny Don't Stop Show. You can check us out on Dash Radio. We got a lot of our hilarious, funny old clips on there. Obviously, on our YouTube site, you can see a lot of our old shows on there. You can check us out also on I'm drawing a blank here. You can check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Yes,
iTunes. We're on everything, man. Check out some of our past shows. We just appreciate everybody that's supporting us, man. It's one brick at a time. We're building this empire, man. Yeah. And I really appreciate that. And I see that dope ass t-shirt that Raul has got on right now. Make sure you get your Fed Up t-shirts, man, because if you're fed up like us, man, show it with your chest, say it with your chest. You know what I mean? Black Lives Matter. Get those at thefunnydon'tstop.com. The shirt is self-explanatory. You know, every time I rock my shirt, man, I wore it up to my country club, and I had the whitest people on the planet coming to me and be like, "Oh my God, we love your t-shirt. That is the coolest shirt I've ever seen in my life. Where do I get that?" She pulled out her phone right there
and bought the shirt.
Amen. And bought the shirt.
Yeah, you should. I was gonna say Alex should have just gave him his Cash App and said, "You know what? You feeling froggy? You know what I mean? You should do something for the Black community, right?"
Before I could even talk, she already had the phone and she was downloading the website. So I was like, "Hey, appreciate you."
Yeah,
so
I told her you should have took a donation on behalf of Black folks and said, "You know what? Here's my Cash App. Here's my Venmo. If you feeling really supportive to Black people, you know, wire us some money. I promise you, it's gonna get to the right hands."
Oh, brother, don't think that proposal ain't out there. Like I already told you. You remember what happened at the country club before? One white guy came up to me. He's like, "Alex, I just want to tell you, we're so on your side." I was like, "Oh, thanks a lot, man." He appreciates. He goes, "It's just really messed up what's going on, man." I was like, I know. He goes, "Me and my wife, we just want to know what we can do to help. Is there anything I could do for you?" And I was like, "No, man, you're a cool dude. We're not racist people, and I know you're not, and we just love you for who you are." He goes, No, really, Alex. Is there anything I could do for you?" And I was like, "All right, man, pull out a pen." So he pulled out a pen. And he goes, "Well, what am I writing down?" I was like, "My bank account number." Okay. That's Wells Fargo 623. Like, so he's really cool. Once he wired the 10,000, we're like really close now. And he's just an all-around good guy. You know what I mean?
I try not to be pessimistic on so many things in life, Alex, but a lot of times I feel like they do that to test you to see if you wanted to woke Black people. So it's like a test. So I've had that happen to me a few times, and I go the other way and I say, "You know what? All those troublemaker Black people out here, these white people out here are good to us. You know, I don't know why they are here making trouble with this Black Lives Matter to see what they say." And he's like, "You know what? You're right. I never thought about it like that."
I tested him, but it was real cool because when me and my wife, we ran to the bank and took the 10,000 out, so it definitely went through. And he's an all-around good guy. He'll be at the baby shower. So look, Raul, let them know where they can find you at, bro.
Yeah, they can find me at the Big Goose, man, on Instagram anytime.
Savvy Amusing.
Instagram and Facebook, Savvy Amusing.
That's what I'm talking about. Said Brass.
You can check me out at SEDBRASS.
Doc Clark.
DOC221ENT.
That's what I'm talking about. And Betsy Cox.
At Bling and Betsy Comedy. I might have to add a dog saving woman.
I'm about to say we need your new puppy to get a dog. We need a name for your puppy that you just found. I'm gonna think of one. Your newfound puppy. There it is.
Nat Turner. Or Sojourner, right? But you freed her, right? She was in captivity, and you freed her, right?
That's newfound puppy. There you go. At newfound puppy.
Newfound puppy.
Betsy, give that dog a bath, though. Betsy, go ahead and give that dog a bath.
Yeah,
Honestly, I feel so bad bathing her when she's so tired.
I mean, just after like you said, been on a whole stroll for a couple days. that dog needs a shower.
or just dip his little toes in some hot tea or something. Just clean his feet off.
Some hot tea.
All right, you guys, you can check me out at Funny Man Alex Thomas, and every single week right here at the Funny Don't Stop Show. I love y'all.
The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop.